We talk about a mortgage foreclosure deficiency judgment. What we're saying is that often a lender will do a mortgage foreclosure, take the property away from you, and call it even. However, if they take the property back and the value of the property is less than what the mortgage balance was, they can sue you for a deficiency judgment, a civil judgment, and try and collect some money against you.
And
I don't see deficiency judgments happening much, but do you see them happening as part of people's bankruptcy?
they are beginning to go back and try to get these deficiency judgments. And there's something a little bit worse. If they decide that you have a deficiency and they say, oh, just forget it, they can hit you with a 1099, which means a forgiveness of debt. And that is considered by the IRS to be income to you. So they get a tax write-off. You have to pay income taxes on that amount. So if there's a $100,000 deficiency, you get the 1099 that says that we're writing it off. Then you pay taxes on $100,000 worth of income.
All right, so I'm glad you brought that up again, because what we're saying is this. If a foreclosure was done against you, or if you did a deed in lieu of foreclosure, or if you did a mortgage modification where principal was reduced, once that lender can or will always send you a 1099.
That's their option, but they do get certain benefits from sending out that 1099. They get some tax breaks.
So once they do that 1099 to you, that means that you have taxable income.
That's right. But if you file a bankruptcy within that taxable year, that gets discharged in bankruptcy too.
All right. Now,
so the exception to forgiveness of debt under Section 108 of the Internal Revenue Service Code is a bankruptcy.
So how often are you seeing clients that are using bankruptcy to discharge these 1099s?
They're coming in more often now than they have in the past.
Okay. So as far as receiving that 1099, is that always given the year that the foreclosure was finished, or could that be the next year or the next year or 2 years or 3 years later down the road?
It is whenever they decide to write off the debt.
Okay. So if you get that 1099 years later, you think it's all over with, but all of a sudden, boom, you get the 1099, all of a sudden, boom, you own more income taxes. For you to discharge that 1099 through bankruptcy, you have to file it the year that you get the 1099?
It is safest to file it within the taxable year you receive the 1099.